Hello and welcome. Hello, it's Kathleen here, and I'm back on the Pink First Studio channel with another live this week. And this one's very exciting because it's going to be an unboxing of our upcoming event kit. So I'm just checking real quick if everything's working, if YouTube has caught up with me. So if you can see me, if you can hear me, if you just can give us a thumbs up or something, that would be great. And I think Kinnery should be popping in any second, and she'll be in the chat behind the Pink Fish Studio name. Hi everyone. I see a lot of you already joined, and I already saw that there was quite a bit of action in the chat already. That is always great. I'm glad you are as excited about this as we are. It's actually a dress. It's one of my favorite summer dresses. Thank you. So, as I said, it's Kinnery behind the Pink Fish Studio name. She just joined. And the great thing is, so you're already all active in the chat, and that's exactly what we want from you. And what you have to do to be entered to win one free spot to this event. So at the end of this YouTube Live, Kinnery is going to randomly pick a winner who will get a free spot in this event and will join us on August 23 and 24. And that leads me to the first thing I want to mention. Even if you are occupied on those dates, no worries. You can always watch the replay. So all of the classes are recorded. You can watch everything in your own time. You can watch live and then watch again later. Or if you are busy that weekend, you can always just watch at a later date. So there's really no excuse not to join. That's what I was going to say. Okay. Now, if you have any questions for me directly or for Kinnery, if you could put the word question in all caps at the beginning of your message, that would be really helpful, just so I can see it while I'm having a look at the chat, because sometimes it flies by really quickly and I might miss it. So even if, you don't get an answer, just ask again. And yeah. Okay, so yeah, exactly. So right now comments are flying by really quickly. So just ask again if we miss anything. And yeah, I think, what do you think? Want to get started? Want to get a look at what's included for this event? So this event is our Techniques for Cardmakers event. Now, you might have already seen the lineup. So before I show you the products included, I already have them here. So the lineup for this event is the wonderful Annette. Annette Galantier is going to teach again. So she's taught quite a few Pink First Studio events already, and she's always fantastic. Carissa is joining us again, always a fan favorite. Emily Midget, who I think has done one of our events before, and she's also been live on our channel and regularly creates videos for us. And of course, Jennifer Maguire, she's going to mix it up again. Isha Gupta, and then I'll also be teaching a class. So, wow, the comments are flying by. Okay, so let me move my my laptop over and let me change to my desk view so that you can see all of the goodies that are included. And also let me just grab my super fancy reflectors so that it's a little bit brighter from this side. Okay. All right, so this is the stack of products that is going to be included in this event. Now, if you've never done one of these events before, what you might not know is that most of the products included in this kit are exclusive to the event. So they will not be released at a later date. They have never been released or sold or seen before. So most of these are exclusive, and you can find all of this information in the product description that is also linked in the video description below. Registration starts tomorrow at 9 a.m., by the way. I forgot to mention that. And in the product description, you can find exactly how much each item is worth. You can find if it's exclusive or not, all of the details. And for those that are not marked as exclusive, this only means that we may release them at a later date, but there's no guarantee. So if you see something that you really, really, really want, I highly suggest, of course, that you sign up. All right, now let me grab my little cheat sheet so I can tell you more about the classes and the products. So the first class, let me grab these ones first. So first class, class number 1, is called the Shelf Edit, and this is with Annette. Hold on, let me move you a little bit closer. Okay. So the first class is called the Shelf Edit, and this is with Annette, and as the name suggests, for the event, it's called Techniques for Cardmakers. So this class revolves around dimension, creating scenes with dimension, and 3D scenes. So we have this wonderful 4x6 clear stamp set, the Shelf Edit Simple Joys, and you have some illustrations that are merged onto one stamp, as you may already be familiar with from our stamps. And then you have 3 sentiments: best wishes, so very grateful, and love you more. And I really love this scripty font. Now you also get, of course, a coordinating die set that cuts out all of these stamped images and the sentiments. We have a 5-piece layering stencil set. And you can see in the die set that there is another piece included here that is not part of the stamp. So this is the mock-up of what this could look like. So you basically create a little shelf. It is called the Shelf Edit, with like a cute little hanging planter, an alarm clock, a vase with some beautiful flowers, this cute little owl, not owl, and the sort of fancy extra in this class is the shadow box frame die. So this is so Annette's class will definitely use this one, and then in the make and takes you will probably also see this die being used, but this was especially in combination with Annette's product suite. Thank goodness for layering stencils. Yes, definitely. I'm not great at coloring either, but layering stencils really make me look like I know what I'm doing. That's one of the reasons I hesitated getting into card making a few years back, because I just wasn't great at coloring, and I felt like all of the cards that I really liked did do some sort of like Copic marker coloring, watercoloring. So yeah. So someone said, oh, I see there's no stamp for the plant vine, but there's one for the die. Yes, exactly. So sometimes we have elements that are not stamped, but they are die cut, and then also stenciled. So this is something we have done in a few releases now. So you can see here, this is where you would color in this vine or this sort of hanging plant, and then the die cuts it out and adds some edge details. So this is class number 1, and all of these are exclusive except the shadow box frame die. These 3 are exclusive. So this is what Annette will be working with. So yeah, the back for the packaging or for the products is basically the same for all of these. And then on the back of your shadow box die, you will also have a QR code that leads you to a video showing you how to assemble this. We don't have this yet because this is sort of like the first, I got the first round of production or whatever you would call it, so I can show you all of the goodies. But yeah, there will be a short, sweet how-to video for the shadow box die, so you know exactly how to assemble it. It's really easy, but sometimes it helps to just see it done once, and then you know how to do it for next times. Okay, so are there stencils for the image that doesn't have a stamp? Yes. So the the parts that are cut out but that are not on the stamp are part of the stencil. This is how we do it. Okay. All right, ready for class 2. So class 2 is going to be my class. And I'm very excited about it because I also had a little bit of say in what, like the illustration for this. There was one question, how big is the shadow box frame? So die cut and once it's assembled, it is A2 size. So it fits perfectly on an A2 card. So yeah. Now, next up, as I said, is my class. And this one is we called it The Art of Interactive Cards, Movement, Layers, and Magic. And my product suite is called Sky High Notes. And it features this beautiful hot air balloon with some sort of vines, some flowers, little bows. Very cute. It's a 4x6 clear stamp set as well. Sorry for the glare. I'm gonna take it out of the packaging. A little bit better at least. Okay. Again, if I miss any questions, please just ask again. So I'm very excited about this one because, of course, we try to find or assign the classes and the techniques to people, like match the techniques to the instructors so that it also, is a good fit. And Kinnery actually asked me like what my idea was for the class and also maybe what sort of design we could do. So I told her I would love maybe something with movement. If you joined Cards for Him, then you did the class with me where we had an interactive moving element, and it was so much fun. I enjoyed it so much, and I think there were a lot of people mentioning afterwards that they would love to see more cards involving movement, interactive cards. So I'm really happy that we got to include this for you. Now, this set, as I said, includes the hot air balloon, and then you have some beautiful sentiments. Let your heart soar, floating through life with you. Here's to new heights, you lift me up, and our friendship is my favorite adventure. Beautiful sentiments, I think, and you have a die for the hot air balloon and a die for all of the sentiments. And then the layering stencil set, it's an 8-piece set. Now this may sound a little bit daunting at first, but when you look at these layering stencils, you will notice that we do have some layers for the hot air balloon. So there are 5 stencils to ink blend all of these parts of the hot air balloon to create, to fill in all of these cute little parts here. And then we have 3 stencils to create a little scenic background. Now, how fun are these? So you have some clouds, you have like those hills. You could even create one in more like a blue color so it looks more like a river or something. So I'm really excited about this one because these 3 stencils, you can use them with so many other products in your stash. You are not limited to only this set. I think this is a great way to create some backgrounds where you don't have to do any stamping. And it would look so great. Someone said, I think, this would look great with the lantern set from the Cards for Him event. And you're absolutely right. I think this would be great with it. Or even with butterflies, with the guiding light, lighthouse, for example. So I think this is a very great versatile set. And now I also have a little special die in my class. So these 3 products are exclusive again. And then we have one die. This is not exclusive. It may or may not be released at a later date as well. The 3D pop-up element. So it doesn't look like much right now, but this is what we will do, what I will show you in the class, how to use it, and how we can incorporate this to create a pop-up element. And this was the idea that we wanted to have a design that also sort of calls for movement, that makes sense with it being moved, with it being, you know, maybe twisted or turned or whatever. So this is what we are going to do. And I'm really excited about it. So yeah, I hope you are too. And I can't wait to use all of these sets, because right now I haven't used any of them because I wanted to show them, you know, with them still being sort of clean and pristine, but I can't wait to actually use them. Now class 3 is with Carissa Wiley, and this one is called Inked and Elevated, Mastering Die Cuts with Depth. And this one includes 4 products. 2 of these are exclusive and 2 may or may not be released. The Floral Frenzy, this one is an exclusive, and it's one of our stencil and die only sets. So I think most of you are probably familiar with our stencil and die only sets, in that you first stencil all of these images. So you can get all of these florals here. So you stencil them all in with the 4-piece layering stencil set. Super easy. And then you use the 1-piece die. So this is just one large die. Let me grab it. So one large die, and then you put it on your paper, run it through your die cutting machine, and you have all of these pieces die cut and ready to go in one go, with all of these beautiful edge details here. So I'm really excited about this set. You have so many little pieces for the insides of the flowers. You have leaves in different sizes, different shapes. You can have so much fun with this. And Carissa is going to teach you all of her best tips and tricks to create some depth and texture for those pieces. And then to coordinate with this, we have the 3D bouquet wrap suite. This is also a die set and a layering stencil set. And the die, so first of all, again, you would ink blend your design with this 4-piece layering stencil set, and then you can use the die to die cut this out. So you have one die for this little bouquet wrap, and then you have one die for the bow to put on top so that it looks like an actual bouquet that's given to someone. So I think this is so cute, and also perfect to combine it with some of our existing product suites. So like the Petal Perfection, for example, that we had in May, that would work beautiful with this. And yeah, I think this one is going to be great, and I'm sure Carissa will have lots of beautiful tips and tricks. Just checking if there were any questions that I may have missed. So yeah, as I said, registration opens tomorrow at 9 a.m. You can also go to our website, to the product, right, like the event product description right now, and sign up for a notification. And then you will get an email once it's live, once it's restocked, or like stocked actually. And then you can sign up, because places or spots for this event are limited. I think there was a question if this will wrap around. It will not wrap around as such, but it does, not sure if you can see, it does cut a line here, so you can slide your floral, like the stems, through it, so that it will look like it's actually wrapping around wrapped around the florals. Question, will the classes be available to view again? Yes, you can watch the classes as many times as you want, and you have so much time to do the classes, to watch them as much as you want. And yes, registration is tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central. Are these items just for the Create and Connect event? Someone asked who just joined. So yes, most of these, I would say like 85% of the products that I'm showing you in this video are exclusive to the event. Okay. I think I'm caught up with questions for now. Now, class number 4 is with Isha Gupta, and this one is called Fun Folds and Good Vibes, Clear Layers, Color and Texture. Now, this class has, the class kit for this one includes these 3 products. So you have a 4x6 clear stamp set. This one is called Cozy Nook with Books. So you have this adorable little birdie on a tea or coffee cup, and then you have this stack of books here. Now this is 4x6, so it fits on an A2 size card perfectly. And you have some great sentiments again. Here's to new leaves and new chapters. Here's to you and your next great chapter. Wishing you a storybook birthday. Take time to unwind, and your story is beautiful in this combination of fonts. And then the coordinating die, as you can see, just like in class number 1, it die cuts the stamped part here, but it also cuts some pieces that will be part of the layering stencils. So this is a 5-piece layering stencil set to color in the bird, the cup, the stack of books, but also those cute little leaves, so you can create this scene here. And I think this is really, really cute. Perfect for book lovers, but to be honest, I think especially with those sentiments, like wishing you a storybook birthday, you know, it works for everyone. So it's not just for, you know, book clubs, book lovers. I think it can work for anyone. Just checking the comments. Okay. So yeah, here you can see this layer here has all of these leaves that will be die cut, and again we'll have some edged or die cut details as well. And Isha is going to work with the set to create like Isha also does videos on our channel. So if you are not familiar maybe with one of our instructors, have a look on our channel. Most of us actually post videos on the Pink Fresh channel. And Isha always has so many great techniques up her sleeve. She will also do some embossing, some like stamping on acetate. So there will also be acetate. I will show you that in a minute. So yeah, she's definitely going to teach you a lot, because she's been in the card making world for quite some time, and she really knows what she's doing. Yes, we will have sneaks of some of the projects, not for all of them, like before registration closes. We will start sneak peeks on July 7th, together with sort of the introduction of our instructors. But keep in mind, registration starts tomorrow. Places may be sold out by then. We don't know. We just want to give you a heads up. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Think again. I hope I didn't miss anything. Now, the final class kit, like a signed class kit. Oh, hold on. There was one question. When will we know what products we need to supply, like supplies for the classes? So in the product description, you will already find like a list of general supplies that we ask that you have for the classes, but they are nothing super fancy. Like, it's basic products. And we also tell all of our instructors that they stick to sort of basics that most people have in their stash. So no colored cardstock, for example. No sort of specialty papers apart from regular vellum. No fancy pastes or something like this. So everything you will need, you probably already have in your stash. As for the ink colors, we always supply a list of inks used in In the classes, we do not include inks in our kits because most of the people who join the classes, who join the event, already have them. So it doesn't really make sense. But we also tell you just use what you have. You don't need to have the exact same shade that we are using. You can use ink colors from other companies, whatever you have. There was a question about internationals. So I wanted to mention that the price you pay at the end, so the event goes for $274. This is just like your kit. The educational part is free. And even like the products are at a high discount. So compared to the retail price, it's about 36% discount. But what you pay at the end at checkout is your final price. So we already, collect the customs and all of those things from you. So you will get your kit and you don't have to worry about any more duties, taxes, customs, any of those issues. So you already know what you're going to pay. Okay, now, final class kit. This one is for class number 5 with Emily Midget. And this one is called Chrysanthemum Bloom. And it's a beautiful large cling stamp. About A2 size, so it fits an A2 card perfectly. And you have these 2 large chrysanthemum blooms and 1 sort of bud, I think it's called. And then you have, of course, a coordinating die. So it's a 1-piece die that die cuts the sort of the outlines of this. And then you have a 7-piece layering stencil set to color in not only, so hold on, let me just make sure I get this right. So you have the first 6 stencils are to color in the florals, the petals, and the leaves. And the really great thing I think about this set is that we have another stencil layer to ink blend the background. Now I'm really excited about this because I don't own any Copic markers or anything that I can use to color my backgrounds evenly. But sometimes I really would love to, because sometimes I like the dramatic backgrounds, like a dark blue or even black background together with florals, but of course you couldn't stamp on them and ink blend. So I think this one is perfect for so many techniques and for really dramatic cards, but I can also see it for soft cards, soft color schemes. And I'm sure that Emily Midget will do wonders with this set. She's so great at coloring, at picking colors, at combining colors. And you can read through the class description. I'm not going to, tell you every single detail. But in the class description, you already get sort of a hint at what she will be doing with this set. And I think, I think this one is a great one to have. Hold on, question. Is this last floral set? So yes, this one is also an exclusive. So apart from, hold on, let me just grab the ones that are not exclusive that I've shown you so far. So these are the only ones that I've shown you so far that are not exclusive, that we may release at a later date. But again, we are not saying we will, it's just that we are keeping this option. But all of the other pieces are exclusive to the event kit. But this isn't all. I have even more. And I did the numbers. So all of the products that I've shown you so far are already worth $325. And it's not even all of the kit yet. So, as always, class 6 will be Jennifer's class, where she will be mixing and matching the supplies that were used in the 5 classes before. And we always have a set of essentials that every instructor can use for their projects. Now, I already mentioned acetate, so part of your event kit will be some acetate panels. Now, these are thick acetate. You can see here, it's really thick perfect for card fronts, and they are heat resistant. So we will, instructors will be able to do some really fun techniques with you, and you don't have to have this in your stash, so this will be part of your event kit as well. And then, as always, we have another sort of coordinating sentiment stamp set, 4x6 sentiment stamp set, with just general sentiments that also fit some of the themes in this. So something like thank you or thanks for going above and beyond. So this would of course be perfect for the hot air balloon. May your day be filled with simple joys. You made it happen. You are doing amazing things. Here whenever you need me. Sending a smile your way. You are always in my corner, and you crossed my mind today. So I think these are great sentiments and perfect for sort of general cards for just, just because. Yes. So question, are all of these products included in the price? Yes. All of these products that I'm showing you are included in the price. Now, there's a coordinating die set for these sentiments. So there's a die for each and every one of those sentiments. Then we have this adorable cover plate die, Quilted Hearts. I already know this is going to be a favorite. So it adds these edged or sort of cut lines here. And then you have these hearts. Also A2 size. And as always, so our cover plate dies never cut the outside. Or maybe I shouldn't say never because I'm not 100% sure, but at least all of the newer ones don't have an outside, like an outline cut. So you can also cut larger panels with this. Hold on, there was a question. Will you ever have a special on the blender brushes? On the ink blending brushes, you mean probably. This is a question for Kinnery. So yeah, I think this one is going to be a favorite. It's so cute. And then this one is another sort of essentials die set. This is called Nested Beaded. Is it beaded or beaded? I think it's beaded. A frame. And this one can be used, so it always cuts, like, not sure if you can see. So it cuts the outline, but then you also have a second line inside for some sort of edged details. And the way this one works, so you can see, you can either use this just as one, just to cut a panel, or if you combine them, you can cut a frame. So this is what it shows on the background, on the back of the packaging. So you could cut some frames that look sort of like beaded, or you can cut panels with these. So I think this one is also really, really fun. And I'm very excited about all of these products, of course, but I think the essentials are also just always a great part of this. And then what I have not shown you, what will also be part of your kit, is some event. So first of all, this, let me just zoom out. So this is all of the product that will be included in your event kit. And then you will also get some surprise swag. I'm not sharing it. I don't even have it yet, so I can't share it. So you will get some fantastic event swag, and you will also get a printed booklet with the instructions, with photos of the finished projects, with the supplies used, all of those things. And then I want to explain a little bit more what the event will sort of entail, apart from, of course, all of the amazing product. So what I already mentioned is that all of the education is free. So what you pay is basically the product, and even that is on like a really good discount. Now the education includes 6 live classes. Each class is 2 hours long. It is online. It will be on like private YouTube videos. And there will also be a private Facebook group, like an exclusive Facebook group for the event attendees, where we will share, more information, where you can also communicate and just chat with other participants, with your instructors, where you can upload your projects. There will be and there will be make and takes. So the classes, in each class you will create 2 projects. So that's already 12 projects in the classes. And then there will be 12 more projects as make and takes. So each instructor will also create 2 make and take projects with other products than their class kit. So let's say my class kit was the hot air balloon suite, then my 2 make and takes will, be with different product suites. So that way, in the end, each product suite will be used 3 times. Once for a class and then for 2 make and takes. And this time, so up until now, what we did was we had 1 make and take. Hold on, let me just flip my camera again, because right now I'm just talking. So what we did until today, or up until now, was we had 1 make and take with just written instructions and 1 make and take with a video. What we are going to do now, what we are changing, is that each make and take will have a video. A pre-recorded video, so it's not going to be live, but a video that shows you all of the steps to create this project. And then you will also have a video explaining what homework needs to be done for the live classes. At least if, you want to be able to keep up. As I said, you can watch the live classes, the replays, as many times as you want. You can press pause, whatever you prefer. So yeah, I think I hope I covered, all of the things that I wanted to say. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm just checking right now if I missed anything. But I think this is going to be so much fun. And I had a blast in the Cards for Him event. And hold on. Will each make and take also come with written instructions? Yes. So there will be written instructions and a video for the make and takes. And the written instructions will also be part of the booklet. How many cards will we be able? Hold on. Will we be able? Where's the question? There was a question about something. How many cards will we be able to make per set kit? Well, since so the kit will not contain any paper, any cardstock or card bases. So that means that you can basically create as many projects as you like. The only thing that's sort of limited is the acetate included, as these are, once they're used up, they're used up. But all of the other things you can use as many times as you want. And hold on, before I forget, I just saw that Kinnery picked a winner. Marcy Crafter is the winner for this video, so you are getting a free spot. Congratulations. Please email customer service at pinkfreshstudio.com to claim your prize. Now, there was a question, will the products arrive in time for us in Europe? Well, they should. Let's put it like this. So we estimate shipping will start between late July and the first week of August. Hold on, let me check so I don't tell you anything that's wrong. So all US orders will ship via UPS, USPS, or FedEx, and all international orders will also ship, depending on where you live and what makes the most sense and so on, via UPS, DHL, or FedEx. Now, once the package leaves our warehouse, we can't do anything about, how long it will take to get to you. But at least in the past, usually attendees had their kit in time. So we have some people joining us from Australia. I know that last time, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they all had their kits in time. Yeah. Question, what time does the registration go live tomorrow? At 9 a.m. CT. And you can also just go to the product right now, click the link in the video description and sign up to get notified, and that way you don't forget. And then, one more thing I wanted to mention for the classes. They will take place on August 23, 24, so Saturday, Sunday, between 9 a.m. CT, and I think the last class ends at, hold on. I had it somewhere. And 6 p.m. CT. So depending on where you live, it may be early in the morning, it may be night or late at night. Some of the classes are late at my time, so because I'm in Germany, but you can always watch the replay. Okay. Whew, that was a lot. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope it helped you make a decision if you want to join or not. One more thing that just came to my mind that I really want to mention. If you sign up, please make sure that you are subscribed to our newsletter. This is the only way we can send you updates on when the kids are shipping, on, that our Facebook group is open to join. All of those things, if you are not subscribed to our newsletter, you won't get this information. So please make sure that you are. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you, Lori. I'm working on it. Okay. All right. I think that's it. I think I've answered all of the questions. If you're watching this on a replay and you have any more questions, then please just leave a comment below. We are checking comments regularly and we can get back to you. And I can't wait to hopefully see a lot of you in the event. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really looking forward to now getting to play with all of these products now that I've shown you the products, all nice and new and sparkly, and now I can finally use them. All right. So take care, everyone. Have a great rest of the week, and make sure to set your alarms for tomorrow, 9 a.m. CT. Have a good day. Bye.